Hey, hello Spurs fans, Paul Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all right this morning. Hope you're all right. Oh, my camera's glitching. I've had a few technical issues this morning. Let me just give my camera a boot up to date. There we go. Buttery smooth, buttery smooth. Excuse me, I still got my lurgy. I'd like to start the stream as usual by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land from where I'm speaking today, the Wallumedegal people of the Eora Nation. Pay my respects to their elders past, present and future, and recognise that sovereignty was never ceded, always was and always shall be Aboriginal land. Here we go, here we go. God, my technical issues this morning. I don't know, man. I might have trouble with the comments, but I'll do my best. And I just want to bring something up there. But in the meantime, Ange, Ange has spoken. Hey, hello folks. Welcome to the best 70s football programme that never was, Football Daily. Ange has spoken. Ange has spoken. Look, he seemed nice and calm. Couple of interesting things there. Now, there's another embargoed bit that is due to be coming out in 45 minutes where all the Fleet Street meathead hacks get to ask their juicy stuff in the pretense of them still being relevant in the world. But, you know, we have to put up with this archaic thing. Speaking about the events of the Man City game, Ange said it was his worst day as a manager because he knew that if we got done 5-0, something like that, some people would have questioned his integrity and he would have had to have defended that. Once you start defending, yeah, you're losing a battle, aren't you? So, well done, Tottenham fans, for giving our manager the worst managerial day in his managerial career's life. He also said that he read it wrong. He kind of, I guess, held out an olive branch to the Spurs fans, saying, you know, he just didn't understand. And I think he acknowledged that before the press conference. And this is what my take on it was. I don't know why. To me, this was obvious. To other people, I don't know. I don't think people have got just basic human empathy anymore, some of them. But my take on what Ange was saying before the game was, he just could not, with all the furore about wanting to lose, he just didn't get it. It's like, no, but in the stadium, surely, you know. I mean, nah, that ain't going to happen. He just couldn't believe it. That's what I thought he thought. And that's what he said. So there you go. But he said he misread the room. And he said he's not going to tell people how they should feel or what they should do. He wasn't angry about it. But he did say, look, you know, it's his belief that if you want to be a successful team, you've just got to win, no matter what the context is. That's the way it is, folks. You've just got to want to win. You know, and, you know, I've had people say, you know, you don't live in London, you don't understand. Well, you know, I remember in 1989 almost feeling physically sick when Michael Thomas scored a goal at Anfield to win Arsenal the title. And then I thought, you know, if we had today's situation back in that year, would I have wanted to throw the game? And the answer is bloody no. I wanted to win. Always wanted to win. So, you know, this might be a lesson for some Spurs fans. I see Spurs fans minimising it, saying it was normal in the stadium. There's loads of videos to show that's absolute bollocks. It was horrible in there. Horrible. Oh, something, Windows telling me something, is it? Thanks, Windows. But maybe we'll learn from this, you know. Maybe we'll learn from this and move forward, because it could still end up being that Arsenal win the league anyway. And if Crystal Palace do Aston Villa, well, you know, there's Champions League, isn't it? It's Champions League. I heard that twat Jamie O'Hara saying, well, Champions League was gone. It wasn't. It really wasn't. No, I'm not driven by Champions League. I just want to finish high up the table as possible. And Champions League wasn't gone. There's every chance Crystal Palace could beat Villa. I mean, it's hard to say now because the dynamics have all changed, haven't they? So Villa aren't fighting as much, may possibly, you know, be at 90% instead of 100. So we'll never know, man. We'll never know. But, you know, I can't think of myself as that 17-year-old surrounded by Arsenal fans everywhere. Even when I took a dump, there'd be an Arsenal fan in the next cubicle, still wanting to lose a game. So, you know, it's good. I'm seeing people being a bit more, you know, the fact that people are sort of minimising and backing down, I kind of think, you know, maybe at least people think that they're being a bit sheepish about it. So, you know, I'm certainly not proud of it. If Arsenal don't win the league, I don't feel like gloating about that, to be honest. I really don't. That's, you know, I just don't. Maybe if the fans were all singing in the stadium and we still lost, then maybe I would feel like gloating a bit. But, you know, for me, the Manchester City is you can't really count the result because they didn't have the 12th man behind them. And so for me, that takes a bit of honour away from it, you know. So we'll see what happens anyway. We'll see what happens, see what Ange says in the next 45 minutes. I don't know if I'll be streaming when that is. I don't know if I'll show it. But, you know, we've got to get together, folks. You know, you've got to want to win every game. That's what football's about. Look at your own team. Sod everyone else. And to accuse Ange he doesn't understand rivalry as manager of bloody Celtic for 2 years. I mean, beggars believe. Anyway, main thing is Ange was, big takeaway, Ange ain't going anywhere. He's up for it. He was asked about VAR as well. What's your opinion on VAR? And he just laughed and he said, haven't you heard me? And the journalist says, well, you know, has the club asked you about your opinion on VAR? And he said, well, unlike you, the club is well aware already of what my opinion of VAR is. They don't need to ask me. So that was quite funny. So he's jokey. He's, you know, nice and calm on the job. Well done, Ange. Well done, Ange. All right, now, I'll come to the chat in a minute. We've got important business to do because I've been neglecting this with all the furore going on. It is time for
Predict the Football.
Oh, I hate getting stuck in that ball. There we go. Let's do some predictions for the last week of fixtures in the exciting world's best league, which is completely fucking broken because Manchester City just win everything all the time now. Here we go. Arsenal, Everton. Look, let's hope that Everton do that. That'd be nice. Brentford, Newcastle. Newcastle are on a bit of a slump. I'll go 1-1 on that one. Brighton, Man United. I'll go 0-0 on that one. My prediction for next year, by the way, is that Brighton will finish lower than they did this year. I see, you know, I've seen this with data-driven teams before. And to me, all this hype about data-driven and analytics and stuff, you know, when people use computer models, a small percentage of them might get a bit of a run out of it, but they all fall down in the end. They all fall down. And it's not the first time data-driven teams have flown high and then sunk. Look at Swansea. So I think Man United will do that one 2-0. Burnley, Nottingham Forest. They got a bit of pride. They'll get a goal, but I think Nottingham Forest will do them. Chelsea, Bournemouth. Well, let's just hope for our sake, because we didn't get 3 points against Manchester City, that they lose that one, because we're still fighting for fifth place, you know. Still fighting for fifth place. Crystal Palace, Aston Villa. Well, you know, for everyone's sake, I hope this is the result. Because if Palace win that one, there's question marks. I know the dynamics have changed over that game, but I just hope that Villa win that one. Because Liverpool Wolves, let's go 2-0. Klopp's last game, clippity clop, as he goes off into the sunset. Luton Fulham, what a scintillating fixture that is. We'll go 0-0 on that one. Man City versus West Ham. Well, you know, let's hope that happens. You know, because if West Ham win that one and Arsenal beat Everton, fucking hell, what was it all for? So let's hope that happens. And Sheffield United Tottenham, I'm going to go for a modest prediction. I think the siege mentality has started within the Ange camp. You know, this is where he really fires up. You know, all the fans could not want us to win a game. He's going, bollocks to you lot, we're going to win. You know what we're going to do? We're going to finish off with an 8-0. An 8-0 against Sheffield United. That's what we're going to do. And you can probably see why I don't do very well in this competition. So let's have a look at what happened last week. Last week, taking out top honours, Ronald M. Andrew G. Martin, the Merovingian and George finish out the top 5. I barely finished above people that didn't bother putting any results in. So that scuppered my chances of doing any well for the month. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. So for the month, we've got the Merovingian, Dirty Sanchez, Ronald M, Future Music and Andrew G, top 5 of me. Pathetic. And for the season, top of the pops, Merovingian, Peter Mack. Although they've played extra games in this, so we'll have to work out whether that's valid. Martin, Future Music, Dirty Sanchez, and I'll add another 2 because the top 2 played extra games. Craig, the Gecko Man and Barney. And I'm a very respectable 17th. I'm out of relegation. Which is good. But more importantly, let's see who's at the top of the Hotspur Hippie Premiership. Football games in my mind. This is the cup that they're all fighting for. Where is it? Here we go. So this is the actual table, but based on my predictions, it's Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur are the champions of my imaginary cup. Clear of Newcastle by a long way. Oh, and it looks like Manchester United, Chelsea and Arsenal are getting relegated. So here we go. Come on, you Spurs. Well done. That's a trophy. All right, folks. Oh, dear. Got to have a giggle, ain't you? That's the end of Predict the Football. Got all these loads of chats in here now. I've got my work cut out for me here. Bloody hell. Doopy doop boop boo. So if you want to put a Q in, just in case I can't keep up with shit, that'd be nice. I can see a big important thing from Dermot. Let's bring Dermot to the fore here. And I hope he's plugging his bloody channel. Flogging it like Arthur Daly. Flogging it like Lester Piggott. Come on, you... Stop hitting me, Lester. THFC till I die. A member for loads of months. Thanks, Dermot. One of the good channels, man. Good channels. Get your ass over to THFC till I die and click a like or a sub or whatever it is you kids do on the internet these days. Big up, Paul. Great content. Great guy. Love the channel. Please like and subscribe and help Paul along his way. I'll tell you what, I'm knocking on the bloody door of 3,000 now. How about that? It's funny, old subs, they go like that and they fuck about, and then you do a video that catches on and... Well, thanks, Dermot. Thanks for your support, man. All right, let's get back here. What else we got? Ibrahim, hey. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Evening, hippie. Evening, man. DYT2, when does the cleansing begin? Well... You know, I think a lot of people are seeing the error of their ways, you know. When I hear people, you know, I mean, some people are doing it in kind of not the most honest fashion by saying, you know, the atmosphere in the ground was normal. And I've heard people saying that no, I wanted Manchester City to win when there's videos. I wanted Tottenham to win when there's videos of them saying they wanted Man City to win. So, but at least, even though that's a funny way of doing it, at least people are maybe seeing to be successful, you've got to win every bloody game. You've got to want to win every game. So, I don't want to keep going on about it. I'll peter out. My anger is kind of gone from the day. Like I said, it was one of my worst days as a Spurs fan, seeing all that. But let's do all that. Trevor Grigg, CB, I don't follow any channel or YouTuber, but yeah, I'm not bloody, yeah. VCats, hey Hippie, first time I catch you live. Hyped to watch the show. Bloody hell. I hope the hype is being fulfilled. Here we go. Here's Chris's, another good channel. Bung your link in, Dermot. I might get to it before the end. Oh, I'm so loud. I'm giving myself a headache. I'm still a bit sick. Hey, Paul and all in the chat. Hi, Chris. Sean D. Hello, all. What a great presser with Ange. He'll get his way. Confident of that. And also, he said the club's behind him. He's had support from the club. Because someone asked him, have you fixed the things inside the club yet? And he says, mate, it's only been 2 days. But he did say the club is behind him. So, from that point of view, that was a worry I had with Ange's demeanour. I thought, Jesus, is he going to just say, sod this? So he's staying, he's happy, he's determined to push on, and he's saying that he's getting support. So happy, man. It was a good presser. Falcoys. Phil Army. Big up, Paul. I think the presser ironed a few things out in terms of Ange fans and the staff board with what happened over the last 72 hours. I'm hoping there'll be something positive out of this. Sometimes you need shit like this to happen. Well, maybe you don't. But, yeah, maybe something good will come out of it, Maybe something good. We'll come out of it stronger, We'll come out of it stronger. Absolutely. Hey, Irish Hotspur. Get over to Dave's channel, give him a sub as well. Irish Hotspur, hello, all solid. Press conference from Ange. My concerns have been walking or alleviated. I know, man. That was the thing. It's like, it's all right, man. It's okay. The Ange Postecoglou choo-choo is still chugging down the tracks, man. We're all right. That was the biggest relief, JW, can't believe the supposed fans cheering when City got the second. Absolutely terrible. Video evidence of it, man. People can bullshit all they want. I mean, there's videos, there's vlogs. You can see for yourself. It wasn't normal, man. It wasn't normal. THFC till I die. Is Hotspur Hippie the legend? Oh, I don't like that word, Dermot. I appreciate it. I understand your sentiment, but, Mickey Hazard, Glenn Hoddle, Ozzy Ardiles, Steve Perriman, Gaza, they're legends. I'm just some bald twat on the internet. Paul and his magic torch. What, I shine my torch under my bed and have adventures. Innocent days, man. Innocent days. THFC till I die. Thanks, man. Feeling better? Absolutely, man. Ange is here to say he's going to be galvanised by this, He loves a fight. He loves the siege mentality, even if it's from some of his own fans. Bollocks. He's going to power through it. Ibrahim Al-Madawa, I don't think anyone's minimising anything. I've seen loads of it, man. I've seen loads of it. I've seen people still, saying, they still wanted to lose. And I kind of, in the face of what's happened afterwards, I kind of sort of admire people's honesty really a bit, I don't agree with it at all. I think it's disgusting, but at least they're admitting it. I've seen loads of it. Oh, it's just normal in the ground. People saying they wanted to win when they didn't. Loads of it. I think you overreacted. Oh, well, I think there's a lack of acceptance what people have different views. I just want to win. I want to win every game. That's it. I will not accept losing. or wanting to lose, ever. Ever, 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 ever. So, no, I don't accept the view. I mean, you carry on doing what you want. You don't need my acceptance. You carry on doing what you want. I disagree. I strongly disagree, man. Future music. Hey, Paul, all peace, cosmic unity. Come on, you flipping Spurs. That's it, man. JW, what are your thoughts on Chelsea getting 5th place, and then see what the fans think about that after Turin City? Well, there's a couple of nightmare scenarios, isn't there? One's that. I mean, look, we're going to beat Sheffield United. We're going to beat Sheffield United. But if we don't, okay, we go down to 6th. And then if Arsenal win the league, bloody hell. Boy, will the shit hit the fan then. That'd be the worst outcome, man. That could be an absolute fucking nightmare. My God. Excuse me. So let's hope it's in our hands, though. It's in our hands. We beat Sheffield. Job done. Job done. Sean D, at least 8-0. There we go. That's what we want to see. At least 8-0. Ibrahim El Matawa, 5th, 6th of the same Europa League finishing spot, so it doesn't matter. See, you're breaking my heart, man. You're breaking my heart. Of course it matters. Of course it matters. You want to do as well. Oh, my God. I can't take 2024. I can't take it. I can't explain this. Can I explain this to you? You want to do as best as you can, can't you? Don't you? I don't care if it's 9th and 10th place or 12th and 13th place. It does matter. There was, I forgot what player it was, or something came out a couple of years ago, and I think it was from a player, the feeling is at Spurs, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to win or not, it doesn't matter if you lose. This is what you're doing, man. This is what you're doing. Of course it matters. Everything matters. We point at the club saying, oh, it's a losing culture, it's a losing mentality. Dude, we gotta stand strong, We really have to get over this. It doesn't matter shit. Everything matters. All the time, man. It really does. Come on, Abraham. We know you can do it. Loose chill music. Oh, Paul, I have a feeling about the match versus Sheffield United. I'm feeling pretty good about it, man. Pretty good. Time will tell. Football's a funny old game, though. But Sheffield United they've got nothing to play for apart from a bit of pride, I suppose. Whereas we've got 5th place, even though Ibrahim thinks it don't matter. I do. So, and also I don't want bloody Chelsea finishing above us. Fuck that. They've been shit all year. I want to see them going down to Division 2 next year. So, yeah, I want to win. 100% record. 100% record here, folks. Some people don't. Tottenham coming, you Spurs. Evening, hope you're good. Where in Australia are you from? Well, I'm from London. But I live in Sydney, man. I live in Sydney. Loose chill music. I hope I've answered this already, Lou. What do you think of Ange's press conference? I thought it was great. I thought it was conciliatory. But it's conciliatory, but he's not backing down, if you know what I mean. So he says, I didn't understand how the fans felt. And I think what he's saying is, if he realised that was actually the situation, which I don't blame him for not understanding, but if he really knew that was the situation, he wouldn't have kind of been so flippant about it. I think that's as far as he's going now, because he's still saying, no, I want to win. I want to win every game. If you want to be successful, I think he's saying that to the fans. Look, if you want to win, I'm not telling you how to feel. You feel the way you feel. But if you want to be successful, you've got to win no matter what the context is. Here he goes, he's Chris. Meta Football TV, good channel. Thanks, Chris. Tim Richardson, how great was Ange's press conference? Yes. Excellent, man. Excellent. Nice and calm. Oh, yeah, there's Davo's channel. Davo's channel. There we go. Irish Hotspur build-ups, watch-alongs. Not just watch-alongs. Not a lazy twat like me just doing watch-alongs when I wake up for Premier League games. Dave does under 21s and 23s. You know, if there was a team of dogs playing football, dog football, he'd be covering that as well. That'd be interesting. New sport. There's Chris's link again. There we go. Sub to Irish Hotspur, Dermot, and yours truly. That's it, mate. That's it, mate. Tottenham coming Spurs. Great show, mate. Been to Australia. Okay, what part are you from, mate? I'm from Sydney. Lose chill music. I love Ange's mentality. Can you see why he's won everywhere? You know. Oh, it's only Japan. It's only Scotland. I wish people from England would stop shitting on Scottish football because they don't watch it for a start. And it's very disrespectful. You know, 3 of our cup-winning managers come from Scotland. John Cameron, Peter McWilliam, and like it or not, George Graham. One of our own, Tottenham's own, Graham Souness, has won a cup or two. You know, so don't shit on other leagues when our league is broken, when the Premier League is broken. Manchester City just win that, they win every bloody cup. It's broken. Martin Prasad, did you watch Johan Cruyff play? Yeah, a little bit, near the end of his career. Because unfortunately, he didn't play at the 78 World Cup, which is the first World Cup I can remember. But I remember him, what was the game? Jesus, my memory's crap. It was a cup game, Tottenham versus Ajax, was it? Ajax? I think it's Ajax, and it was Glenn Hoddle versus Johan Cruyff. And I'll tell you what, man, Glenn Hoddle won, Johan Cruyff nil. It was I think one of Glenn's best performances ever, man. Future music. Whoa, what's this? The revolution. Revolution starts here, and the soundtrack is being provided by Future Music. Great drum and bass stuff. Great. I wouldn't plug it if I didn't like it. You know, I'm not, he's just a friend and he's no, I actually do like it. You know, you sit back and have a musical cigarette and bung some of this on. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. LFC Aaron. Hi, Paul. Hi, Aaron. There you go, man. Better Football TV. The good thing is that he seems to have been handed full control. I know. I think, maybe so. Yeah, like I say, I mean, maybe the other bit of good that's coming out of it, probably, hang on, I'm not in the clouds. Let's get in the clouds. There we go. So I don't look so big. I'm just peeking over the top of the comments like that, aren't I? I'd imagine that Daniel Levy be kissing Ange's arse at the moment after that embarrassment. So, hey, I'll take that. The way he speaks, extra resources, whatever you need. I know. So, it's good signs. And he wouldn't be saying that. He's not going to be saying that if it wasn't true, believe you me. No way. I never heard him say that about the Australian Football Association when he was Australian manager. Oh, they're giving me everything I need. Never in a million years, because they bloody well didn't. So that's positive, man. Maybe things are changing. Maybe things are changing at Spurs. Alex, g'day, man. I can't get you on, dude, because I use software that doesn't allow me to do that. It just allows me to do stupid things instead, like this. So I don't use StreamYard, man. But yeah, hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Coming Spurs get Mr. Box Office on. No, I can't. I can't. I mean, I could figure it out. Not now, but I could figure it out. But it's such a pain in the ass. I might do a call-in show. Actually, I haven't done one for a while. I might do one sometimes, and then we can get people on. But I prefer doing it this way, because everyone does the whole, 10 bloody boxes, and if you're not careful, it ends up like this. So, but No, you prompted me there, Alex. I might have to. I might do one. I might do one this week. I might. Yeah, after the season's over, maybe. That's an idea, Alex. So keep them peeled. JW, did you hear that City are going to make VDV a priority? Levy will make 150 million. Oh, don't do that. Come, let's just keep him. Anyway, look, it's all rumour and innuendo, isn't it? It's all baseless speculation. I mean, bloody hell. It's like, there's probably a headline out there. Tottenham have been linked with Cilla Black, I mean, they'll need a shovel, but, I mean, you can find anything on the internet. Spurs GCTV. Ange was raised in a land containing some of the world's most venomous creatures. I haven't seen any, Well, I've seen one snake that looked a bit when I was out bush, but you just walk away. They're not that fast, They don't jump up at you. And I haven't seen any spiders. A few bees from Melbourne. So it might be a few toxic Spurs fans will be like water off a duck's back. Oh, he doesn't give a shit, man. He doesn't give a shit. Doesn't give a shit. He's had it all before. And he proves everyone wrong all the time, man. All the time. So, it's good. Dr. Johnny D7. Difference of opinion for not backing your team. No one does that. That's why Ange freaked out. But he's going to have a go with or without them and realise they can't rely on all. Yeah, he's going to do it anyway. He's going to do it anyway. And, maybe over time, if we start getting successful, this mentality of some fans will change. And they will recognise that you've got to be in every fucking game. Fucking sod Arsenal. Don't be looking over your shoulder, folks. Who gives a shit? Like I say, when I lived in England, most of the time I was surrounded. I don't know. Even here, I'm outnumbered by Arsenal fans. But they're Arsenal fans. You don't pay any attention to that. God, dear, oh dear. We'll never hear the end of it. Huh? They're Arsenal fans. Everything they say is bullshit. It's like, when you hear an Arsenal fan, just pretend they're quacking like a duck. When they go, no trophies, blah, 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 they're just going. That's what it's like to me. As soon as I see that red shirt, it's like, okay. Yeah, okay. Cheers to the natural wildlife info. Yeah, Always here to give a bit of public service to people. Look, I'm not saying there's no dangerous animals. Look, kangaroos are underrated as a dangerous animal. They're jacked, man. You don't want to. There's loads of videos on the internet of like American tourists going, hey, honey. And they go up and pat a wild kangaroo, and the kangaroo just goes, fatality. Spurs GCTV. Hi, Chris Buddy. Inner hype more in 24. Well, you've got more bullshit from fans in 24, haven't we? Let's hope 25 is better. I don't know what the slogan for 25 will be. I'll leave that to my production assistant. He'll figure that one out. He came up with the more in 24. Phil Coys. It's important that Ange players gave City a really tough game. He explained why he's so animated and angry, because he thought his integrity was going to be questioned. That was it. He's still trying to instill a winning mentality at this club, and every Spurs fan should respect that and be on board with it fully 100%. Yeah. And I'm hearing crap like, well, we're in this position because we didn't get results in the last 4 games. It's like, well, okay, so do you just want to keep losing, do you? Is that the way football works? Well, it's so petty, man. It's almost as petty as the whole bloody Arsenal thing, isn't it? Well, we've lost 4 games in a row. Let's lose another one. God's sakes, man. You always got to want to win, man. Always back the team. Tim Richardson's, I feel that you want your opponents to be at the best. So when we do beat them, the fruits of victory are so much sweeter than Arteta's $10,000 steak from Salt Bay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, hero of the working class. Thanks for your season ticket. Thanks for your season ticket funds, Arsenal fans. You carry on scraping by. I'm just going to sit here and have a $10,000 steak. Wanker. West Ham winning is a possibility. Look, you never know in football. It's 11 v 11, human beings versus human beings. If it was 11 big robots versus 11 small robots, you know.
Big robots, the small robots.
Then yeah, but it's human beings. Human beings. You never know what can happen in a game of football. If it was that predictable, we wouldn't bloody watch it. It'd be boring, wouldn't it? Timmy, oi Paul. Like you and your compatriots standing on our touchline, I just want to win. Mate, you're travelling to Melbourne midweek. I was going to. I can't, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I've had too much time off work, so I just can't do it. But there you go. Such is life. What I'm hoping really is that in the next year or two, coming over to England and seeing a Spurs game, see the real thing, you know. So it's a shame it just didn't work out in the end. I was looking forward to it, but I was stressing out about it. And when I made the decision, I'm not going, I felt a lot better. LFC Aaron, you know, Bill Shankly said if he was a toilet cleaner, he would want the best toilet cleaner in the world. You know, it's Steve Perryman, man. Steve Perryman, Bill Nicholson. Bill Nicholson had the same attitude. You know, whether it was, you know, cleaning boots or the bathroom or whatever, Bill Nicholson said, Steve, just do it right. Just easy, isn't it? Just do it right, Steve. Whereas me, I'm 90%. Because people say, the last 10% takes 90% of the time. And I think, well, fuck that. I'll do 90%, which is still pretty good. Hey, but I can do 10 times as much of that. THFC till I die. There are also 3 million difference from 5 to 6, and I want to end the season as high as I can. Yeah, there's money difference, is there? Oh, I forgot about that. See, I'm not a money-driven person. It's just why I can't afford to go to Melbourne. But, you know, the clue is in the title of the channel, folks. It's Hotspur Hippie. It's not Hotspur Sky News. JW, the guy who said 5th or 6th is the same and doesn't matter. Proved exactly what you... Yeah, I mean, you know, proved exactly what Ange is on about. Doesn't matter. No. Not on my watch. Everything matters. Dr. Johnny D7 basically said, if you don't want to back your club, that's on you. Yeah, but, I mean, you got that vibe, did you? I didn't quite get that vibe, but it could be a possibility, I guess, you know. But when he was saying, and he's saying, he wasn't slagging off the fans. He was saying, look, you feel what you feel. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You know, that's cool. That's all cool. But if you want to win, you want to win. So he's going to do it anyway. Hippie, do you eat eggs? Yes. There we go. Oh, fuck, would Steve Archibald want to lose a game? Bloody hell. We'll take more care of you. Archibald. Yeah, what a cool guy. Dave Mackay. Oh, my God. You'd end up with a few broken ribs. You know, and it's this mentality that we got at Tottenham. We've got to get rid of it, you know. It's the Eric Dyer mentality. You know, that video, you play for Tottenham, the team never wins anything. Imagine saying that to Dave Mackay. Oh, my God, I don't think your medical insurance in any country could cover you for the consequences of saying something like that to Dave Mackay. But you couldn't because he used to bloody win, because he's got that attitude. Come on, Spurs fans. Shake this shit away. You know? Cast all this crap aside. Let's win, man. Let's win. Ibrahim El Matawa, Kevin Muscat. Yeah, I don't like him, though. Dirty player. Won the Japanese league with Ange's old team. Yeah, he did. You think he'll be the next big Aussie manager? He might be. I don't know. I mean, see, when you talk about, I'm Australian, I'm just an Ange person because I'm Australian, I don't like Kevin Muscat because I remember him as a player and he was well over the line. So he might well be. He's gone to China, though, which I don't think is... I don't know if that's a stepping stone. I'm not really sure. So, we'll see. We'll see. Got my eyes on Harry Kewell as well. Going for Asian Cup, Asian Champions League final with Yokohama. He might be able to cut it. We'll see. LFC Aaron Cruyff didn't play in 78 because he feared his family would be kidnapped. Oh, is that right? I thought he had a falling out with the Dutch hierarchy. But is that right? Oh, well, it was a powder keg over there. But what was I? I was 6 years old. I remember the 78 World Cup. Oh, it was great. It was great. All that ticker tape. And Aussie Ardiles, whoa, and Mario Kempes. They're the two names I remember from the Argentinian side. They was being mentioned all the time. They were great players. And then like a couple of weeks later, Spurs sign Aussie and Ricky. It's like, what the fuck? Amazing. I've just seen that guy win a World Cup. He's coming to play for Spurs. Whoa. JW, did you see that idiot Jamie O'Hara? Yeah, Tottenham's own, one of our own Jamie O'Hara. And he wouldn't, oh God, that guy. He's sitting there singing Blue Moon. Oh God, I can't imagine any, like, oh. Okay, fans. Okay, some fans are weak and they don't want to be made fun of. But a former player, doing that to that extent. I mean, he went all in. He was, wanker. But hey, he needs the paycheck, doesn't he? He needs the paycheck, but fuck that guy. Fuck him. Anything he says about Tottenham in the future, irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. And he was talking a load of old shit. He was saying, we're not getting top 5 anyway. This is the mentality we've got to get rid of, folks. We're not getting 4th place anyway. Huh? Well, fuck it. We might as well not play football if you've got that attitude. We're not going to get 4th anyway. We were never going to get 4th, dude. You're not talking about lots of permutations and combinations to do that one. The fact of the matter is, if we had beaten City, then Aston Villa would have had to have beaten Crystal Palace. And who knows what could have happened there. But to say, we weren't going to get it anyway, or we weren't going to get it because the other performances, so we might as well fuck this one up as well. I can't stand it. I can't stand that. It's so weak, pathetic, cowardly, Has this come about because we haven't won anything for so long? Is that what happened, is it? Is that what happened to our brains, to our hearts? That because of that, we now are that insecure. Come on, Spurs, man. Come on, Spurs. We can do something better than this, for fuck's sake. No problems, man. That's it. Neil MC Nab. Big up, Paul. Big up, Alex. Big up, Alex. Here we go. Tim Richardson, do you watch along when Spurs playing Oz? Yeah, well, I don't know what time they're playing. I might actually be working. We will see. We will see, man. We will see. I can't, part of me, this is my weakness. Maybe I won't because I'm actually gutted that I'm not going. I've actually got tickets. I'm gutted that I'm not going. And I might have mixed feelings about watching it because I could be there. But I just, I can't do it, unfortunately. But maybe I'll get over my weakness, go a cock, and do a watch along. Thaddeus, hi, Paul and all. Question. What do you think Ange will do differently as a result of the Man City experience? Is it about clarity of personnel in and out only for it, or will it go further than that? How do you mean further? What else can he do? I mean, he can get rid of players and sell buy players, coaching staff and all that. But he was talking about the whole bloody thing, wasn't he? He was talking about the whole bloody thing. So, but he said that the club's backing him, so they're just going to do what he bloody well says. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted Ange so much, because he's bloody Australian. Because I just think he's got the personality to be able to do this. He's got such a strength of conviction, whereas the likes of perhaps Antonio or Jose, and less Jose, but more Antonio, they're very fiery. They want to win. But as far as the personality to navigate through all the stinging nettles and bullshit around the Tottenham organisation, I just really believe that Ange is the guy that can actually do that he can work with people and almost compel people to do his bidding. And I think it's working out that way. But I'm so glad he's staying. It's great. Memberships and super chats are available if you want to help the channel. Oh, okay, we've got loads of comments coming up. Oh shit, I'm well behind. What the fuck? They just sort of, they back up and then they flood into my screen. All right. Meta Football TV, Paul has universal immunity to Arsenal. Yeah, look, I really think I was inoculated in 1989. I mean, I'll say it again. It was my last year at school. So I was 16, 17, 18, whatever. And Arsenal won the league in the last couple of minutes against Liverpool. And I was the only Tottenham fan in that school in Harrow. And it was Arsenal everywhere. And I had to put up with it for a year. But I gave it back as well. It made me the man I am today. Social anxiety, severe depression. But I am what I am. It didn't bother me. They're Arsenal fans. Huh? Don't speak, duck. Here we go. It's Jacob. Oh, you know what? We'll do the full-on Jacob. We'll do the full Wawa song. Where have I put it? Wah. Hey, hello Jacob, morning. Big up Paul. Is today a Wawa day or what? Oh, I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling a lot better after Ange's press conference, man. There we go. Bit of cheering. That is, it seems that some people's egos are not robust enough. I'd agree with this. To cope with the prospect of tribally based ridicule. Like I say, they're not going to come at you with knuckle dusters and baseball bats and socks full of coins. Ducks tend to react to the quacking. Huh? You want some bread? There, I'm not going to go into that. Well, you know, thanks, Paulo. Paul GCTV, what about the drop bears, Paul? Yeah, dangerous. Look like koalas, fall out of trees and claws. In fact, you know, this is something that American tourists fall for, that there's such a thing called drop bears. But I tell you what, koalas, you know, they look all docile and shit, but they can actually be bloody vicious. I've rarely seen a koala in the wild, but you don't go fucking with it. You know, that's humans in general. Stop poking nature. Stop poking it. Just admire it. All right, Spurs of America. Jacob's not a fan of kangaroo steaks, but they are very tasty. Kangaroo does taste really nice. Mark in. I'm glad Big Ange says he's here to sort the shop out. I know, man. What a relief, eh? What a relief. Steady hand on the tiller. Wonderful. Oh, beep bop. Big robots, eh?
Big robots.
Mark N. Lucas, who's Lucas? Said Ange is a great guy and can't wait to get started. Oh, Lucas Bergfart. Well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? This is going to be interesting. I've only seen a couple of clips of him, you know. He looked all right, but, you know, those highlight reels can be so misleading because it's obviously going to be the best bits. I mean, Eric Dyer's got a sizzle reel, for God's sakes, you know. So, no, I'm excited. Richie B, can't count out Moyes' last game in charge of the Hammers, but who cares, right? I know, well, we haven't won it. That's the only good thing I give a shit about is like, do Spurs win the league? Yes. Yay, come on, you Spurs. No. Don't give a bollocks who wins it then. But who cares, right? Spurs have got a job to do against Sheffield United. I know, we've still got it. Jeez, I hope this is not a widespread mentality that this match doesn't care. Fifth or sixth, don't matter. Oh my God. Jesus, we got work to be doing. If that's, I mean, that's just one comment in here. So, you know, hopefully that's not a big thing. It don't matter. It always matters. Oh, here we go. I just dug the shit out of him. A super chat. Thanks, Ibrahim. Alhamdulillah. Bounty. And I'm not actually taking the piss when I say these words because I am Muslim too, man. For Melbourne fun, thank you. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, I won't get that until the 23rd of June. But thank you for the sentiment, man, and that's really cool of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 10 US bucks. That's about 5 million US Australian dollars. That'll pay for me for a 2-month trip to the World Cup, mate. Thank you very much. But we got to win, dude. We got to win. Richie B. Yeah, again, I can see, and it's nice of you. I can see what people are saying about the other night, but you know, that's why I don't tend to do that stuff much because I find it boring, basically boring, and it ends up like this. Which I just got no interest in, you know. I'm here to have fun. That's what I do. I like doing this. I have a lot of fun doing this. But, you know, sitting there half an hour waiting for 10 other people to speak and then you say something and I don't like it. I just don't like it. That's why I don't do it on this channel, man, you know. Yeah, you know. So the other night, I'm not going to be doing that again. I didn't think it'd go down quite that badly, to be honest, but I didn't think people were bullshit, you know. So when people start bullshitting, I just go into fuck you mode. That's what I do. I'm not going to talk around and debate points where people are just lying. So fuck that. JW, and that's all I've got to say on that. JW, you're absolutely right about not giving a shit about the scum down the road. Huh? And the only time I took notice was when they won the league at the Lane. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, that would have been hard. That would have been hard. I mean, you talk about hard. You know, on the march to the double in 71 and winning it at the Lane, winning the league at the Lane. I mean, come on, man. Come on. It didn't shell shock everyone. They all got over it. Fourth would have been amazing. I know. And like I say, not just because Champions League and all, you know, all that, just to do that. Don't that. Finish high as you can. Always. And we could have done it, man. We could have, oh, God. If the crowd was on side, maybe that would have been the extra % we needed to get something out of that game because we played so bloody well despite the, you know, frankly, hostile crowd. And I mean, I kind of mean that because the videos I've seen, you know, this is what really gets my goat, you know, when people are saying it was normal in the stadium. Jesus Christ, look at the videos, man. You had Spurs fans going out of their way to wear sky blue clothes, whether it's jackets, shorts, an old Spurs third kit. I mean, treason. It's absolute bloody treason. If you don't want us to win, don't go to the game. Don't. I mean, oh, God. Like I say, it was one of my darkest days as a Spurs fan. Okay, I get it. I get the rivalry. I get some people will like that. Why go to a football game then? The damage that would do to the players and what it was doing to Ange. Fuck's sake, just for your own ego. Stay at home, man. Stay at home. Hey, it's not like we never beat Manchester City. You know, if we'd have done that, fourth place is alive for this week. But no. People just folded. And it was fucking weak. They thought it was funny. What are they doing it for fucking clout? I just can't. I'm like Ange is saying it. I just don't. I can't understand it. Why you'd want to fucking lose a game of football? What's the point? What's the point? Phil Coys, we need Vinnie Jones in the middle of the park. I've said my Vinnie Jones story, have I? I'll say it again quickly. So when was it? It was in the 80s sometimes, and there was a game at it was Tottenham Wimbledon. It was at Plough Lane, so it was Wimbledon Tottenham, and I was right near the front, and Vinnie Jones was taking a corner, which it was like, you know, I don't know. It felt a lot closer than maybe it was, but it's a small ground, Plough Lane. And I said something not very nice to him, and I'm not very proud of it. I can't actually remember what I said, but I remember as soon as I said it, I thought, oh shit, I've gone a bit far there, Paul. And I was like fucking 13 or something like that. My voice had broken, so I sounded like a man. I sure as well didn't look like one. And he looked over at me with a look that just said, I'm going to kill you. And the blood, everything drained away from my face. It was like, oh, fuck. And I'm pretty sure I sort of weakly mouthed,
sorry.
I really thought he's going to, you know, years later when Eric Cantona did the Kung Fu kick on a fan, it just brought back flashbacks. Oh, fucking hell. That's what I thought Vinnie Jones was going to do to me. Just the glare. Oh, my God. I mean, that is something to be worried about, though. Getting killed by Vinnie Jones, not what Arsenal fans are going to about you. United Spurs of America. Paul, stop laughing and moving and... Oh, fucking hell, don't fucking start me on this one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going back. I'm not going to go back on that, you know. When someone says stop laughing and stop moving, this is not the place for me, man. It really isn't. No human movements, please. That's why I sat there at one point with my eyes closed. I just thought, is this good enough? I mean, Jacob's a kindred spirit. If someone tells me not to do something, it makes it very tempting. Super Cove. Phil Coy's dirty fucking Muscat. Yeah, I know, man. I know. I remember he dropped the nut on Paddy Kenny in the tunnel. Neil Warnock was going mad. Yeah, filthy, man. Filthy. I mean, you know, there's hard players and then there's players that are just like that. And he was like that. You know, he was really like that. Meta Football TV. Message to O'Hara. Stick to the pool and cocktails, twat. Yeah. Take your paycheck and blow it. Do all that, Jamie. He just was such... I wanted to punch him. I mean, I'm not a violent man. Not like Vinnie Jones. You know, just a reminder, this is the Hotspur Hippie. But there's a time when you've got to stand your ground. You've got to stand your ground, you know. Or maybe go on the attack. Jamie O'Hara now when I see him, I just think his face is punchable. That's what I think for what he did. Total embarrassment to every Spurs fan everywhere in the world, that guy. He can never... Look, okay, I get it for fans or whatever. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. But that's one thing. But to be like a representative of Tottenham Hotspur in the media and do that, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Rich Ange out? Ange out? Oh, who do you want? Who do you want? We're going to get Zinedine Zidane, are we? We're going to tempt Roberto Ancelotti over. At least you're saying Ange out. You know, at least you're open about it, man. Because there's loads of people out there saying, I'm Ange out, but he's shit. He's a mid-table manager. He's only managed in shit countries. He's naive. He's got no plan B. It's suicide football. His press conferences are shit. We can't win a game of football. Our football's rubbish, but I'm not Ange out. I'm not Ange out. You know, and the reason they're doing that, of course, is if Ange brings us success, then they can say, I supported Ange all along. Bullshit. So at least I admire your honesty, Rich. Well done. THFC till I die. Being a Spurs fan is something about wanting to win by the best. I know. We're the mighty Spurs. We'll rise. We'll win. We'll win, that's it. It's all about winning.
We are Tottenham Hotspur. Hear us roar.
Except if Arsenal are going to win the league, then...
There's been no doubt about Jacob's thoughts on Ange. Ange in. That's it, man. LTL Cockerell, good evening, my champ. Jose. Stick your link in. Another of the good guys. Come on, you Spurs. 100%. Every game, 100%. Paul. Phil Coys. Jamie O'Hara is a tit. Actually, now you mention it, I can see the resemblance. Yeah. There were fans wanting City to win, but O'Hara went in the whole hog. Embarrassing, man. Embarrassing. I mean, I don't agree with Jason Cundy often, but he did lay into him a bit. And quite rightly so. Or a City top and singing the songs, what a knob. An ex-player, man. An ex-player, we paid his bloody wages, for God's sake, you know? You know, part of the big load of money that he blew down the shitter came from us. So he takes our money, fucks it all off, which a lot of players do, you know, because that's footballers, and I don't begrudge it, you know. I get it. But I'm going to make an exception for this twat, this tit. They say, thanks for the money, I've blown it, but I've got to whore myself around on Talk Sport now and shit on the club. Thanks, Jamie O'Hara. Ibrahim El Matawar, the chair of the Spurs Supporters Trust, gave a good take on White and Jordan, worth checking out. I disagree. I did hear that. I just listened to that actually just this morning before I came on. And, you know, the whole guy, he was trying to say, oh, you know, I'll sit down with Ange and explain the rivalry to him. You know, what, you want Ange to weaken his resolve a bit? He said, I get how the fans feel now. I get it. But, or I see how that's how they are, but I'm not like that. He was manager of Celtic. He's fully aware of what rivalry is, you know. And, you know, and this is you might not realise this over in England or whatever, but when Ange played for the Australian National Soccer League for South Melbourne Hellas, there was intense rivalry between those clubs, man. I mean, it used to get pretty fruity. I'm okay. I'm not going to say wonderful standard of football or anything like that, but the intensity and the rivalry between fans in a lot of games, you know, because a lot of the clubs were kind of based on where migrants and their families came from. Bloody hell, man. To say you don't understand rivalry, or, you know, oh, Ange, would you like to sit down with us and we'll explain the rivalry? He probably already knows about 1913 and, you know, the Arsenal invasion and us denying us into the football league and all that sort of shit. He knows all that shit, and it don't matter because we've got to win games. So I thought that was a bit soft by that guy, a bit soft and a bit patronising. Like, I'll sit down and explain it to you, Ange. No, piss off, mate. Piss off. We don't want your loser mentality anywhere near Ange. Sean D, it boggles the mind going out to win should be step one every time. You know, to quote Norm MacDonald, I'm just an old chunk of coal. What do I know, man? What do I know? Back in the day, it was always win. It was always win, no matter what. But now, I don't know, is it a social media thing where everyone's just, you know, where's my phone? Oh, no, people are saying mean things about me and it means something. It's just all you got to do, if Arsenal people give you shit on social media, problem solved. Oh, Chris is, okay, Chris agrees with me. Yeah, I thought, fuck that guy, basically. That's what I thought. Phil Coys, you only live once, Paul. You might regret it. I feel like I've got two lives, seeing that Vinnie Jones didn't smash the shit out of me. So since that day, I've lived it like it's my last. I'll wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, I'm still here. All right, that's the result. Let's keep going. What's happened to my chat window? Here we go. Oh, bloody hell, I'm so behind. I'm so behind, am I? Oh, there's loads come through. I wish it wouldn't like delay like that. There's a lot of people watching. Hello, folks. If you feel like it, you can click like and subscribe. I mean, you can click dislike as well, you know, but thanks for watching. I've got your money cha-ching anyway. Oh, my Lord. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Look, I've missed a load of comments here because it's just shot up and I can't get them back. I can't go back in time. Hang on. I'll just make sure I haven't missed anything financial. No, I haven't. So I'm going to have to rattle through some of these because I'll be here all day. Oh, fuck it. Who cares? I'm sick. Richie B, great presser from Ange today. Cool as a cucumber. All aboard the Ange train. Destination glory. That's it. Oh, good. People are talking to each other. Oh, phew. Donovan Osterreicher. Oh, no. Okay, you're talking to each other. Great, great, great. Michael, great presser by Big Ange. Absolutely. Unflappable. Martin Presai, no Emerson Royale next season, so I'm for relief. I mean, there's rumours in there. I'll wait till shit happens. Shit happens. TB, member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. If you want to support the channel, if you want me to do more of this and less bloody driving, super chats and memberships were available. Paul, I thought I tuned into your debate channel when I was watching, that yesterday. Yeah, that's what it was, man. That's why I don't like, I just thought, I'll go on and talk a bit of Spurs. Wow, great content. Kane. Okay, Paul, hope you're well. Not long until the match in Australia, but you can't wait. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not going, unfortunately. I can't go. It didn't work out. But, it'd be fun to see them over here. It's going to be great for Ange to play in his hometown with his team. It's going to be an exciting day for him. Sean D, Alistair Gold had an interview with Bergvall. Okay, the release today. Worth a read. Okay. You know what? Do you feel a bit sheepish? Or are you standing firm, Destiny? Because I'd love to give you the sound check back, but I'm on the fence at the moment, I'm on the fence about it. G'day, support. G'day, Destiny 5. THFC till I die. I have your back, Paul. As always, you are my Spurs brother in arms. I'll tell you what. Let's hold out an olive branch,
Destiny.
Whoops, wrong button. Where is it? Which one did I used to... I haven't done it for so long because you're in the doghouse, mate, for wanting us to lose. Destiny 5! But doesn't matter if you're a subscriber or not. But thanks for your support anyway. JW, question for everyone. What are your thoughts on Vicario? I think he's brilliant. I think he's been a revelation, man. I think he's awesome. Love him. And I see a follow-up comment there. Yeah, I know, man. Destiny. THSC till I die. I have never will care about any team apart from Spurs. That's it. There's only one, isn't there? Don't give a shit, but the only team I care about is Tottenham Hotspur. End of. In Ange we trust. Oh, sorry.
In Ange we trust. Transformers roll out.
Dermatron 2000. Oh, you're an atheist. Okay. Oh, well. Oops. It's ironic my last name translated to cleric, though. Or maybe the members of Judas Priest were atheists as well. You never know, man. Strange Love the Doctor. Hail, hail. This could be a Celtic person. Hail, hail, man. Ange's comments about Celtic were a touch of class. You could see genuine affection there, couldn't you? Genuine affection. Very happy that Celtic has clinched the league in Rangers, as am I. It's just a shame the football's been a bit shit this year. Not a patch on what Ange did up there. Imagine going from Celtic to a culture of win-win and to Spurs. Well, he's changing it though, man. He's changing it. I mean, Celtic were not that I'm saying one of those, but I mean, Celtic. You see, this is the thing I saw with Ange. Like, it wasn't like he took over Celtic and they were on the up and up. There were troubles at Celtic as well. There was a bit of kerfuffle. Rangers had just won the league, which is like death sentence. So he did have to sort a bit out in the end to get the owner's trust to do what he said there as well, which wasn't easy because, it's not like, we're the only club with a shit owner. Other clubs have them as well. And he pushed through all that, didn't he? Is the embargo section out yet? Oh, it might well be. I think it's... how long have I been going? I think it might be. Oh, man. Should we give it a watch? Will this bugger up anything copyright? I don't think it does. I think press conferences are fine. Oh, it's being released at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if there's any leaks coming in, put them in. TB, if I saw another fan cheering against their own team, I'd lose all respect for them. That's the thing, man. I know. You got to hold your head up high. Really do. Tim Richardson, Paul, well done on the Spurs. Oh, yeah, look. Yeah. I know, man. I know. I just, what's done is done, Ugly Fish, big up Spurs. Destiny 5. I remember in your early streaming days, Paul, there used to be a lovely bird chirping in the background, just thinking out loud. Oh, well, you see, it's getting cold here now, so I've got my door shut. My balcony door, it's closed. So you'll have to wait a few months for the birds to return. I mean, they're out there. Mark in, do you think the vote to scrap VAR will happen? Or will the clubs vote for it to stay? You know what I reckon will happen? I reckon they'll say they'll vote for it to stay and they'll release a 10-point improvement plan and it'll be full of wank. It'll be or 5-point, 10-point, whatever, how many points. It's just going to be points of bollocks. It really is. And it'll have things in there like world's best practice, phrases like that. And no, I don't know why the clubs would go that way because there's probably just a handful of fans that think VAR, that this is making football fun. But who knows, man? Who knows? Ugly Fish, I see a lot of people are Ange but yeah, because they're full of shit. They didn't want Ange in the first place, and they're just saying Ange just in case it comes good. Then they can say they supported him all along. They're hedging their bets. Everything they say is hateful of Ange. Everything. They don't give him any credit for anything. But I'm Ange in. I haven't said Ange out. Fuck off. Nita, g'day. Good night. Okay, Ange in. The mind ain't a fool, even though the mouth is made to say plenty. Tottenham till I die. Always and forever, that's me. Football. Oh, Jose's on the road to 400. Bloody hell, well done. Well done. Just having a sneaky peek at mine. Dermot sent me a link probably to the press conference. I'm 40 away from 3,000. Bloody hell, it was bloody hell, that's all right. I mean, it don't mean anything really, it's just a number, innit? Because the thing with subs, there's always another number. You know, you get to 100 and then you think, oh, 200 would be nice. I mean, it's just... Need a hib 2, all the chat. Timmy L, the utter gall of the Tottenham Hotspur Supporter Trust to actually release a statement about we'd be willing to sit down with Ange and discuss the importance of rivalry. I mean, I know some quarters have bagged them all the time and I kind of haven't, but that was, what a joke. What a joke. I thought it's pathetic. Pathetic. They should be hanging their heads in shame like they, oh, no. I just heard it this morning and I was cringing, absolutely cringing while it was going on. Met football, yeah. R.I.P. Norm MacDonald. I don't really like a lot of comedians, really. I really don't. And I think it's partly because I used to do it myself. Not that I'm not saying I was any good at it, but I did it enough to kind of know what's good and what's not, and hacky and predictable and stuff like that. And Norm MacDonald was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, really funny. That was a sad day, him going, you know. Am I catching up with comments yet? I think I might be. Am I? I think I might be. All right. We're on the road. So I'm skimming a few, folks. Sorry, you know, I like to try and do as much, but, you know, when there's this many people in, it's tricky. I'm reading them, though. Let's just pick this one. Jim K. It was helpful to hear Ange's presser and to hear he's just as determined to get us succeeded. Yeah, he's all in. He's all in, man. What he did at Brisbane Roar was unbelievable. I know. Celtic Rangers sectarianism is nothing compared to the NSL sectarianism. Hey, look, I'd be careful about that. I mean, look, Celtic Rangers, people die in that, you know. A lot of big clashes between South Melbourne and Macedonian teams like Preston. I mean, there were so many clashes down there, but, you know, I wouldn't go around comparing it to Celtic Rangers, man. That doesn't mean it wasn't big here, but it's big in Glasgow, man. Believe me. So much history there. JW, how can anyone think it should be Ange out, considering how he had the team playing for the first 10 games and especially losing Kane just before the first game? Our first team needs to go. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Yeah, we lost Kane and we scored more goals. How'd that happen? Yeah, Deb, I saw that come through. I'll watch it offline, as they say. Or is it? Because I'm just worried about copyright. I don't know what the deal is with those press conferences. Do you need to get like permission to use them? Unless you know the answer, Dermot. Have you played an Ange press conference and not got a copyright strike? Maybe if you could. I'm a bit behind the chat. If you could WhatsApp the answer to that to me, that'd be cool. Because if it's all cool, then I'll play it. Strange life, and he did it playing all attacking football, free flowing, never boring, always scoring the Celtic way. It was fun to watch, man. It was fun to watch. I watched loads of games, man. Loads of Celtic games. THFC till I die. I know what could do. He will get it right. Yes, and the disrespect the Scotland League made me mad. I know, man. I know. Dermot's answered my query about copyright and the press releases, and it's a comforting. I'm not sure. So, if anyone has a definite answer to that on that, you know, let me know. Actually, I'm only talking about £3. I'm not going to get copyright strike. They'll just might take the revenue, and it's only $3 revenue. And bloody thanks to the super chat. All right, let me bear with me. I'll get it up on the screen. Let's do a little bit of a react. I mean, it's fair use anyway. For God's sakes, it's fair use. You know. Bear with me, folks. Just got to click some shit to bring this up on the screen and we can watch Ange together, eh? 15 minutes. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm just, because it's a 15 minutes press conference. Thanks, Dermot, for the link. I'm just going to grab a quick glass of water because it's 15 minutes and we can settle down and digest it together. How about that? Almost live, but not quite. In the meantime, I'll leave you with some tasteful music. Enough of that. Now, hopefully, if I bring this lever up here, oh, right, yeah, that's good. You heard that? I take it. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, hang on. I've got to think about how I get the volume, how I get the thing through to you, because you ain't going to hear it. Because I do watch-alongs. I have the audio going to me, but not to you. All right, I've figured it out. It looks like he's getting a bit more animated. All right, bear with me. I've just got to do something here so that you can hear what I can hear. No. All right, hang on. I can change it on the mixing desk. Outputs. Routing. Bloody hell. USB 1, that's this one. Okay, there we go. So this should come through when I play now. All right, cool. Let's see what he has to say. Let's bring it up on my screen. Do. Okay. Well, let's have a look. All right, let's listen to Ange.
What you said as well as the game itself.
No. Like I said, for me, I just think when you're trying to achieve at this level, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, you have to be totally focused on that objective. You can't get distracted. like by anything, like whether it's, this time it was sort of whatever the issue was, but next time there'll be another issue. Like there'll always be something that will try and drag you away, and that's why I keep going.
I'll just skip to the bottom of the chat here. Can people confirm for me that you can hear that? Can I just get a yes in the chat if people can hear Ange? Because I've just had to muck around with my mixing desk a little bit. So if someone could let me know you can hear it, that'd be nice. Is my chat frozen again? Someone give me a thumbs up if you could hear that from Ange. Actually, I can see it on my VU meter. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks, folks. All right, let's get going.
And the discipline is to say, well, no, actually, what the most important thing is that we prepare ourselves for victory and everyone's aligned in that. And when everyone's aligned in that, you've got a better chance of success. But if you're not, if people are sort of, geez, we've got to deal with this, we've got to deal with that, and what about this? And then I just don't think you can be truly successful at this level with the margins that you need to be if you get distracted.
So did you feel people inside the club weren't aligned and were distracted then? Was that bad?
I mean, that's... Yeah, but hold on a sec, Dan. I sat in here and all the questions I got were about that. Of course, I'm distracted. Like, we're human beings, mate. So, of course. It's not like... But do you want me to say there's a culprit in there that caused everything the other? That doesn't happen, mate. It's not how it works. All I'm saying is that there's always going to be issues, and how you deal with them and how we deal with them as a football club is going to be important. And until you go through these experiences. So, okay, you want a culprit? It's me, because I didn't take it seriously. That's what I think happened. I just didn't really understand what was going on. I just didn't think that was the case. If I had my time again, yes, I would do things differently. I would address the media differently the day before. I probably would address people in the club because they're looking for me for direction. So if you want to head on a stick, it's my ugly mug, mate. So there you go.
See, he takes responsibility. Man. Good on him, Ange. Well done. He's taking the flak of. Well, I mean, he's kind of doing it in a funny old way, but he's in essence saying, I'm the guy, and he's admitting that where he went wrong was he just didn't realise it was actually going to happen, and I don't blame him for actually thinking that, because I was bloody well gobsmacked when I saw what happened in the stadium.
Darren?
And I'm sitting here listening to you. I can't help feeling that I can't help feeling you're being incredibly hard on yourself. You've worked up in Scotland. Right. You've worked in, you've done Celtic Rangers. You know what a rivalry feels like. Yeah. You've worked in Australia.
Don't trust him, Ange. Don't trust him. Don't trust the journalist. He's trying to kiss your ass. Mate. Let's see where this goes.
You've been straight talking. I've seen some of your interviews out there. I just can't help feeling. I mean, people say you don't get it, and you get it, don't you?
I do, mate. And you know what? I had, when I started at Celtic, it was the same sort of discussion around. Everything was framed around, because don't forget, when I took over, Rangers had won it the year before, and Celtic hadn't won anything, which is quite extraordinary for that football club. Like, they'd gone from trebles to not one trophy. And when I first got there was a lot of talk, not some internal as well, but a lot of it was about what Rangers were doing. And I was pretty consistent, and it would be on public record as saying, we've got to worry about ourselves. Don't worry about anyone else. Yeah.
He's telling that the bloody Glasgow Celtic as well, I mean, if you want to talk about rivalries, that can be sometimes a fatal rivalry, not a tweet rivalry.
Kind of, you be the best you can be. And I actually, I've said a number of times, you run your own race, and when you get to the finish line, have a look around and see where you finished. Don't worry about what the person next to you is doing. And I've always been consistent with that. And I was up there. I thought it was really important up there because I felt like there was too much of an obsession with what was happening at Rangers at the time, because they were ahead, that we were never going to catch them if that's what we were always obsessed about. Because you can't control that. You can't control what another club does. You want to stop another club winning a trophy? Win it yourself. Like, that's the answer.
That's bloody right. That's bloody right. Bloody hell, man. It's that bloody obvious. Don't give a fuck about the Arsenal quackers. For God's sake, focus on our own team. Bloody hell.
It's not about, and that doesn't mean you don't want them to lose. I get that, absolutely. Like, I felt that living up in, as much as people were happy we were winning, they were just as happy the other mob were losing, and it was vice versa. So I get that, but the notion of not wanting to win for any reason, I can't understand it. It doesn't. So I don't think it's. Look, I don't think it's a healthy way. Not healthy is one word. I don't think it's the right mentality to have if you want to be successful. If you want to be successful, you just worry about yourself. The best just worry about themselves. Be the best I can be. If that's short, then I'll get up next time and go that extra bit. Hate my rivals, want them to lose, but all I'm concerned about is myself. But I didn't hear anyone say that last week. All I heard was that it's okay to feel that way, and it's that it's understandable. So part of me thinks I am kind of on the outer on this subject, and I did get it wrong. But I won't change. Like I said, I'm fully respectful of that view, but I'm firmly on the other side of, I just think you worry about yourself.
Is he talking anyone around? Is he talking anyone around? Open your hearts, listen to him. This is a guy that's like. I mean, what? This guy wins stuff, man. He wins stuff. You can discount what the competitions are if you're a twat. He wins. And this is how you do it, folks. I've won things. I know what he's talking about. I mean, I'm not Premier League football or anything like that, but I've won championships, mate. And it fucks me off that people think losing's all right. You can't give a fuck about the other team.
Have you felt it necessary to maybe sit down with some people and say, look, this never happens again. It's done. It's gone. Never again. You're going to change this thing differently.
No, I can't do that. But what I'm hoping I can do is, like I did at Celtic, is provide a platform where the fans get what they want. And if I can give the fans what they really want, because as much as they may say, well, they're ecstatic if their greatest rival doesn't win something, what they really want is success. That's what it boils down to. So if I can give them success, then maybe I can sort of drive that message a little bit better.
You look at Sunday's game and Sunday as a day, as what might have been. I mean, because Villa got to go to a very difficult place. 5 wins from their last 6 for Palace. You go to Sheffield United, already relegated. Obviously, you respect the game, but they've conceded over 100 goals this season.
Yeah. Look, as I said, I just felt it would have been disingenuous for me to say that we were in a good place when we've lost 5 of our last 6 games. It wasn't just about the other night. We knew we had some big tests coming, and we fell well short in these last 5 out of 6 games. And I don't think we earned the right to finish above where we are right now. So it wasn't just about the other night. So now I could spin it a different way for sure and say, look, we finished 8th last year. We didn't have Europe this year. We'll be in Europe next year. We brought some pretty good footballers to the club, some young, exciting talent. We're definitely playing different football, closer, I think, to what the expectations were when they appointed me. But that's not a good starting point for us, I don't think, to improve. The good starting point is to say, yeah, we've made some progress, but we've still got some way to go, and we need to address these things. And it wasn't just the other night. Like I said, this last period has shown me that if we want to compete against the best, the margins are small, but they're probably the hardest to kind of close.
Just the last one from me.
Look, I can tell you this from personal experience, man, you know, that once you get up to that point of being almost competitive, right? That last bit is so bloody hard, man. That's why so few people do it, because you've got to just, oh man, you've got to be just determined and obsessed with it. You've got to be absolutely obsessed with it, so the margins go in your favour. It really is. You make a little mistake and you're fucked. That's how it works, man. It really does.
Unrelated to all of this, it's Jurgen's last day. Everyone obviously is giving him a few words to send him off. What would your message be?
Yeah, look,
I give a fuck
you always
about
look
him.
for people who make an impact, you know, and it's not always just about the trophies, and he's got some pretty significant trophies. I think for all of us, what we look for is that when it's all done and dusted, like I said, we've made an impact, that people remember us.
I gives a fuck about Jurgen Klopp, clippity clop, trotting off into the distance. By the way, get your super chats in if you want to drag my. I'm going to be so far behind the chat. Super chats will put a cue at the beginning, grab my attention. Cheers, folks.
He'll always be remembered as one of the most famous football clubs in the world. And it wasn't easy, because when you take over a club that hasn't had success for a while after tasting a lot of success, that's a hard shift.
Hey.
He's put in a hard shift, and, you know, I think...
There's a little smile there.
Like I said, when you make an indelible impact where you've been, I think that's the greatest reward for anybody, apart from the trophies and, you know, anything else you may gain along the way. He made people's lives better.
See, that's what it's like. Oh man, it's not just winning with him, man. You know, he wants to create an impact that will last, that we'll talk about for years to come, that we'll talk to our kids about, man. It's not just winning a Carabao fucking Cup or one FA Cup and that's it. It's creating a bloody legacy of great memories, man. That's and to be fair, that's what Klopp's done, you know? Klopp has done that at Liverpool. That's what Ange wants to do. That's what he's done at every bloody club he's been to. That's what he wants to do for us, man. That's what he wants to do for us at Tottenham Hotspur.
No, nothing greater than that.
Tom?
And do you think a lot of fans will watch this press conference and read about it, and they'll have a lot of fears allayed by the way you speak today, you clarified all the things the other day, but they will have been quite alarmed at the reaction and worrying about whether you're happy here, really. But so just to sort of draw a line under it, I know you sort of referred to it first.
Oh, it's a good one. Is Ange happy? Is he staying? The suspense.
But are you happy at Tottenham? And is all this not going to be a problem?
I mean, we've lost 5 out of 6 games. Like, I'm not going to come in here and be happy. Look, I'm hoping that you guys, after sort of a year with me, have understood that I am who I am. I can't hide who I am and what I believe. And if I'm not happy about something, I'm going to say I'm not happy. We lost 5 out of 6 games. I'm gutted. I'm not going to walk into a press conference and try and paint a rosy picture, especially on the back of, you know, the preceding 24 hours where I felt that, like I said, it was the most unenjoyable experience I've had on a touchline in my whole career. That's 26 years of football, where I'm sitting on the sideline not really enjoying the battle against one of the best. You know, I could have sent in Chris Davies, mate, and probably, like I said, everyone's fears would be allayed and everything would be great, but at least people know how I feel. But am I up for the fight? Absolutely, mate. I love it. You know, this is why I've come here, and this ain't the last fight I'm going to have for sure. Because I'll be honest with you, the biggest fight I'll have at this football club is when we get close to success.
Oh, yes,
That'll be
man.
the biggest one.
Yes, man.
The game of the weekend, you need one more point to make sure you're staying fit. I know we've had many press conferences this season where debate about Champions League and what's the results.
Do you want me to park the bus and get a 0-0?
How important is it to, because obviously if Man United won the FA Cup final, if you drop down to second and Chelsea won above you in the Conference League, does this matter?
Yeah, it does matter because, again, I think it's been misconstrued that somehow people think I didn't care about Champions League. All I kept saying was, of course, I want to finish as high as possible.
That's it.
But it wasn't going to disguise the work we had needed to do. And it's the same on the weekend. I want us to win. You know, I don't want to, like I said, we've got some, you know, we haven't had some great results and our performances have fluctuated. So we need a strong performance. We need a win. And, you know, that'll get us fifth spot. And we kind of know where we're finished and we know what competition we're in next year. And I think that's important. But again, that doesn't change anything in terms of how I feel about all the work we need to do. But yeah, it is important we win. Absolutely. Coming off the back of our recent form, we need to go out there and again, I don't want to also overlook the fact that we played awfully well the other night. If we play that well on the weekend, I reckon we've a good chance for a result.
Excellent.
Finally, you obviously off to Australia after that. We've spoken about it before when the fixture first was revealed. You know, your thoughts on it. Kieran Trippier yesterday after the Newcastle game was pretty blunt about his feelings about it, specifically ahead of the Euros. Like it's not Benidorm, it's not round the corner, and it's not ideal.
It's not what?
It's not Benidorm. It's not. It's not
what's that? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Don't go. You love it. Okay. All right. Go on. If you like it, I'm not going. Okay.
If I can remember my train of thought. Yeah, so basically, it's not around the corner, it's a bit of a way, not ideal.
Yeah.
European Championships. Would you understand, have you got any players that have had any concerns, and would you understand it?
No, look, we discussed that earlier, and I think our situation is probably a little bit different from Newcastle because like they've had a European season, Champions League, it's been a big season. We haven't, and it's no secret part of this is yes, exposure, but also revenue for us. And I'm pretty certain, and I certainly wouldn't have allowed it to happen if we were in Europe this year and had a bigger game schedule. I probably would have said no to it. And I don't think the club would have expected us to go. So, you know, if we're in Europe next year, I don't think you'll be seeing this happen. I don't think it's ideal, but I think each situation is unique. And for us, on the back of our season, I think to play one more game 2 days after the end of the season, I think.
There we go. We've played fuck all games, so we've got plenty in the tank. The players are fine, sitting on a private jet for 24 hours. God's sakes. It's not like they're coming over on a ship in steerage class. Get a grip, Kieran Trippier, you big pussy.
I think there's substance to it for us. And we had a discussion with the playing group really early on about it, and they understood why we're doing it, and we all kind of made a commitment to go, and that's what's going to happen.
Any final ones? No? Okay, we'll leave it there.
Is this a bit... Yeah, I think it's a bit where I have to sort of pretend to thank you all and be happy that we've had a great experience together and appreciate all your support. No, I do. Thank you. Obviously, the last press conference and, just thank everyone for, being present and making sure that I'm accountable all the time and hopefully you'll get a sort of a better insight into me and you enjoyed some of it like I did. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Hey. 10 out of 10 for me, man. 10 out of 10 for me. Whoa, wow. Okay, I'm going to speed read through some comments because you've got 15 minutes of chat here, haven't you? So let me sure I just haven't missed any. Bear with me a second, will you, folks? I've just got to check something here. Okie dokie, that's all good. Chat's just refreshing here. All right, let's take it up a bit. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. So I hope fans can see where he's coming from, you know. Maybe change their hearts a little bit about the importance of winning. But the main thing I took out of that was, no, he's not happy because we've been playing like shit, but he's up for the fight. He's up for the fight. See, this is the difference between him and Conte. Conte wasn't up for it, man. He wasn't up for it. You know, when it came to all the contract negotiations, like I'll back a manager while they're here, but when they're gone, it's, 50-50. You know, he didn't want to commit to a new contract, all that sort of stuff, whereas Ange is up for the fight. Isn't that what you want to hear? All right, let's see. I'll just pick a random spot in the chat. So apologies if I miss a load of comments here, but, you know, I don't have an extensive production staff. Corey Boy, here we go. I still don't understand the mindset of our fans wanting us to lose as a joke. Yeah, I know. You should always want to win Spurs to win. We need to stop worrying about that. Well, it's like Ange's bloody saying, man, you know? And he was saying that to Celtic. I remember he was saying that to Celtic right near the beginning, actually. You know, don't worry about Rangers. Worry about us. Any and all success, Ange, as will be in spite of Levy. Well, he's saying that they're supporting him at the moment. So, you know, we'll see how we go. Sheffield, my neck of the woods. Oh, I lived in Sheffield for a few years, man. I lived there. In fact, I saw Spurs beat Sheffield United 2-0. I think that was 1991, maybe, at Bramall Lane. Paul Gascoigne scored a bloody goal as well. It was great. Philco, it's a bit foggy where you are. Paul? Cam Tinley, there are Spurs YouTubers who haven't just wanted Spurs to lose this game, they want us to lose every game. Ha ha ha. I know, that's what I said in my video. The more they lose, like when we're playing well and they win, and I'm not talking about some one person specifically, there's a load of them. They all go a bit quiet, you know, their streams, you know, go down to 1 hour instead of 10 fucking hours of whinging, you know. They go quiet. I mean, when we're winning, I'm doing more and more and more because I'm enthused and energised about Tottenham. But when we start losing, that's when I just can't be fucked. I just drag myself out to talk Spurs when we're shit. And they're all, ah! They love it when we lose. So it's good. The more we win and we start getting successful, the less they become visible. That's the way we get rid of those twats. We win. We win, man. Then they haven't got anything to talk about, have they? Nothing. They can't sit there and be armchair experts. I would have done this, I would have done that. When we've got trophies, man, or success, or at least we're competitive, you know? Forgot I pushed the snot button. It's a multi-function button, this. I can press the same button to disguise blowing my nose, coughing, farting, you know. Although usually if I use it for fart purposes, I just give you a flavour of what happened. But I don't like the real thing, you know, that's not polite. Need to drop me down, season ticket holders, take a job at the Lane match day, paid or voluntary, then you will know how much it takes on a match day to watch a match live. Hard work, forget the fake, that's it. Meta Football TV, if you do what's correct, no one can ever point the finger ever. Yeah, it's a principle thing, man. It's a principle thing. That's what separates the men from the boys. That's it, man. All right, you coming back on board? You have got that winning mentality, Destiny? Have you? Destiny 5. You improved winning more mentality formula. Martin Presai, Paul, why do you adore it? Stop using fucking words like that, mate. I've heard this. You know, adore Ange so much. Is it because he's a really good manager who can take Tottenham to glory? Is it because he's Australian? Fuck off if you're even asking that question, mate. Really? That's a ridiculous question. You think I support Ange just because he's Australian? Is that what it is it? I don't know if you've noticed the title of this channel, mate. I think countries are a shit idea. You know, I know no one else thinks this. I think boundaries and borders and lines that have just been determined by twats in big chairs are what's keeping us all apart. I don't see the thing about countries. So don't come on here and fucking insult me like this. Clippity clop. Strange love the doctor not to imply religion. Ooh. But kind of doing so, success requires the trinity of manager, players and fans ought to be focused on one stomach first. Oh, it's interesting. If I knock the microphone stand, it makes a little buzz. Rodolfo Clara and Ange needs to get a job somewhere in the second division in Chile. The Premier League is not for him. Oh, dude. All right. We'll clip that and shove it up your ass next year, man. Ugly fish. I think Ange will be focused on success now, despite the fans. Hopefully Ange and the fan base will be able to reconnect next season. Well, let's hope so. Well, I don't know if they've disconnected, but people have just got to realise what it takes to bloody win stuff, you know. You can't say we want a trophy. You know, you can't say, you know,
I want a trophy. We haven't won a trophy. Where's our trophy? Oh, Arsenal.
you can't do it that way. That is Ange in fine form. That's it. If Man United win the FA Cup, do we drop down to the Conference League? I don't believe so. I haven't heard. I mean, I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Timmy L, this is the man who takes us to glory. Don't fuck it up, Daniel. So far, so good. And here is Daniel. I put the game in the past as soon as it finished. Yeah, pretty much. Well, you're at what? After the next one, you're only as good as your last performance in my book, you know. Lee Richards, a point Sunday and we'll match our points and position in Poch's first season. And he didn't turn out too bad. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it's different matches, different teams and all that sort of stuff. But look, I think it's been not successful. It's been a reasonably good year. Paul looks at Ange's destiny the way I look at my food coming to me at the local Chinese. I just think he talks sense, for God's sake, you know. Daniel calls, are the players up for the fight? Look, I think some of them are. Some of them are not. So we'll see more of what's to come about that, man, you know. And I think we've got rid of a couple that weren't up for it as well. So, you know, time will tell, man. Time will tell. And you're saying him, but yet again, put down the press. Yeah, I'll latch on to love your club until I die. That's it, man. Conte was a mercenary. Yeah, he just he didn't have the bottle to see it through, in my opinion. It all got a bit tricky. You know? It's his job, mate. It was his job to make changes. And Ange is doing it, man. Have we missed your predictions? Yeah, they're shit though, man. They're shit. I wouldn't pay too much attention to my predictions, man. I'm just going down here. Lee Richards got to say Ange was looking in rude health. Is that a good thing? Is that good? I think it's good. Let's carry on. Seems to have already shrugged off the events of midweek and looks determined to take us to better things. I know, I'm heartened by that press conference. Oh, brilliant, man. Good. Well, that's two. That's two people and a couple of other people that feel a bit better about shit. Oh, it's Lee Richards, Sex Panther. Sex Panther thing. There we go. I'm thinking of putting people into leagues. Oh, in the tipping competition. Yeah, it's easy to do. It's free, man. Free. I'm going where I belong in the Premier League. Is that right, Jose? Yeah, they didn't have the right thing. You know, yeah, success and all that. It's easy when you've got limitless funds or, you know, or whatever. It's hard when you know, we've got the owners we've got and we've got some of the fans we've got. Some managers just find it too hard. But Ange is sticking through. Merrington Ultras 23 saying I don't like countries. It's stupid, isn't it? Sure, we can get past all this crap. Because all that happens, we just end up kicking the shit out of each other all the time. Fucking hell, man. It's like planet Earth doesn't have enough for everyone. Of course it has enough for everyone. So why don't some people have enough? It's ridiculous the way we're doing it. Anyway, we'll get through it. We'll get there Sunday. Hang on, I'm just going to keep camera in the date because I can see it flickering. Oh no, here we go. Now I've got to fuck around getting the thing right. Bear with me. It's near enough, innit? That's near enough. Destiny 5. I should be in the Premier too. Just been busy with work recently, so I thought I'd start fresh from next season. Yeah, okay, mate. Well, I even started it late, man. So next year it'll be Predict the Football from day one. LTL Cockerell, you're on fire, man. That was a close call. Don't want to do a Nicky louder. Thanks, LTL. Just scanning through here a bit. Yeah, exactly, Timmy L. Here we go. The Premier League is not for the guy who took a caneless Spurs to 5th in the first season. Yeah, no. Oh, pressures are bit too much. It's different football in the Premier League. It's special football. Arrogance, man. But I'll tell you what, this is a very good point, JW. People will ask if you like Ange because he's Australian. And, you know, when people say things like that, you know, and I've had that a lot, I kind of think, you know, is that projection? Because that's how your mind works, you know? You know, you're a nationalist. You know, you think your country's better than everyone else, or the way you look is, you know, I kind of get that vibe when people say that. Well, I'm obviously not like that, but that maybe says more about you. You think that way. But people who ask if you like Ange because he's Australian is like asking if your favourite singer is Kylie because she's Australian. I know. She certainly is not. I mean, God. Timmy L, we've absolutely had a Europa for this season. If Conte saw out the season, 1 point behind Conference League, 2 points behind Europa with that horrific run we had to end the campaign. Well, it was all buggered up. Nita, pickle refuse. Oh. Don't do newspapers since the 80s. The Premiership is like hot chicken hatch. Now billions, not millions, I know. It's insane. It's insane. You know, it's going to disappear up its own arse. You know, surely the bubble's going to burst and all this shit because there's only so much money you can squeeze out of people. Because at the end of the day, people want to see football, right? So a lot of people can't afford to go to the stadium anymore. You've got more and more people that can't even afford all, you know, like even here, if Tottenham, Tottenham are probably going to be in 4 competitions next year. And if they do well in all of them, that would, me sitting on my arse, that would cost me £1,000, 500 quid a year to watch that, which I don't know if you think that's a lot or not. Well, I think it's ridiculous. But people do want to see football, so they'll go back to more of their local clubs, or it'll take a while. It's not going to be people are going to flip and change the club they support. But, the people coming up, maybe this has already started, kids or whatever, they're going to see their local teams. You can go and see local football for a lot less. Why would you bother supporting a team that you can never afford to see? Either on TV or live? Why would you? So, that's my hope for it. It might be a generational shift, but I think the bubble will burst. And all these venture capitalists and princes and lords and wankers, they'll all just fuck off out of our game. It's not their game, it's our game. We didn't ask them in. We didn't ask for all this shit. But no, it's just bit by bit. It's fucking capitalism, man, Rich people pass it to the rich people. Escalates. We're paying for it. That's why everything's so bloody expensive. If someone buys Tottenham tomorrow, which means Daniel Levy will walk into the sunset with about £1.5 billion in his pocket, but we won. Well, you think they're not going to want their money back somehow? The only way they can get their money back is two ways. Either they sell it for more than they bought it for, so it's a bit like Bitcoin, or they extract revenue, which is us. It's a fucking nightmare, man, the Premier League. Daniel Coy's Jose and Chris need to teach me Spanish. Come in handy one day when I meet a nice Spanish woman. Yeah, ¿cómo está, señorita?
Muy bien, señor. Ooh.
Leeds or Southampton coming to Premier? Probably, I reckon it's probably Leeds. Thanks for the theme. Yeah, man. Well, it's just your thing looks like Sex Panther aftershave. Phil Coy's a ruthless Spurs. Ruthless! Dave Mackay! Graham Roberts! Not... Ange can bring that to Tottenham. Oh, God. I've done it there. It's all right. The antibiotics are doing their work, but one more day and then I think I'll be all right again. Ange can bring that to Tottenham, but he needs quality players. Yeah, well, over to you, Levy. That's it. Piers Barrow, great takedown of these so-called fans. Look, it was really the ones in the ground that really made me puke, man. That was what it was when I saw, because I watched the game. I could hear the crowd were quiet. I really could. It's like, oh, God's sakes, what are they doing? Now, I did my match review and I was pissed off enough during that because we lost and I didn't hear any support. And then that's where I saw vlogs and reports coming out and I saw what happened in that ground and it was just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I hope they were questioning themselves, I really do. I hope they're changing their minds about that sort of behaviour. It was the worst thing I've seen from fans. Daniel Coy's Europa League is 10 games instead of 6. It's the same format as the Champions League. I don't know if it is or not. I don't know if they've changed the format of that as well. Strange Life of the Doctor. It might sound counterintuitive, but for me, Spurs' issues this season have been the attack. Yeah, that's the first line of defence. Improve that next season and you win something. Yeah. I mean, this is where you can look at stats and they lead you down a garden path, I think. Because, we've let a lot of goals in, but you can't argue our defence is great. Our defence isn't the problem, now and then they let in a sloppy goal. But, I think they're a really good unit. But if you've got the midfielders and forwards losing the ball as much as they have been in some games, then they're going to be under more pressure. You can withstand the odd attack. That's all right. But if you're going front foot and you're not scoring goals and you're giving the ball away, you are fucked. See, I don't see this as high risk football. People say that attacking football is high risk, high reward. It's only high risk when you fuck it up. When you don't do it right, when you don't do the basics right. Your passing isn't accurate. You're not running. You're not hassling. And you're not taking your chances. If you don't do that bit, i.e. the attacking bit, yeah, you're fucked. You are going to lose the game. But when you do it right, I think it's the best way to go. It makes sense. If all that, think of all the chances we missed this year and, all that. The number of goals we missed out on, when that gets put right, however that gets put right, we're going to be unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. And then there's no risk. The risk is small. The high risk game for me is playing defensively, because you've got to rely on getting a counter attack, which may or may not happen. If you're allowing that to be controlled, your possession, your attacks, you're allowing it to be controlled by the opposition. Until it's kind of they make a mistake, then you can have a go. So you might get 2 or 3 opportunities a game, Meantime, you're being bloody bombarded. Corners, fucking crosses, bollocks. And there's only so much of that you can take before you're going to let goals in. So I don't see it as high risk. Oh, hang on, I've got to calm down, man. Fucking hell. Oh. Hang on. Let me just have a little... Yeah, I've been sick for about 3 days. About 3 days. But I'm not one of these people that puts on a sick voice when they're sick. I remember I used to work with this guy, and if he called in sick, he'd always have a sick voice on. And the best one was, can you tell Robert I can't come in today? What's up, Mike? Oh, I've got conjunctivitis. It's like, what? Why are you talking like that then? I mean, I didn't say that to him, but me and the boss used to laugh about it. I'm so sick. That's right, Ugly Fish, Sex Panther. 60% of the time it works. Every time. I agree. Hippie says, Strange Love the Doctor. Defence is great, but overstressed by piss poor attack. Yeah. That's, oh, God, people just don't get football when they say we've let 14 goals in 4 games or something. Yeah, we have, but why is that? And they say, well, it's because we played Emerson Royale at left back. It's not just that. And you know what? I was all for it. I was all for that. Our last few years at Tottenham Hotspur, we've been papering over cracks. We've been hiding players' deficiencies, shuffling them around. Eric Dyer, okay, you're a twat in midfield. Let's try you at centre-back. Okay, you're good for a few games. Oh, you're shit again now. Whereas what Ange has done, he said, no, if we got no destiny doggy, I'm going to fucking well stick Ben Davies in there. I'm going to stick Emerson Royale because according to my list, fullbacks. There's the fullbacks. And I'll tell you what, Ben or Emerson, you're going to play my bloody way as well because I want to see if you can do it. And they can't. And yeah, of course, that costs us, possibly some points or some games, But it's worth doing in the long run because it's blatantly obvious that these players are not up to it. They can't do it. Instead of what we've been doing in previous years is we kind of, make do with what we got, and then we get kind of results like in Conte's first year, when we finished 4th. No one can tell me that was a good enough team to kick on from that. It was shit. Somehow we got there, but compared to now, I think we've got a better team. But a lot of that, it's like, we got this player here and that player there. They're shit, so okay, you can just play this way. Whereas no, we're making them play this way. We're making them go and do what we're supposed to, stick to the plan. So we can see that they can't do it. I see people still crapping on about the bloody Carabao Cup. It's like, no, well, that was our last chance before the transfer window to see what these players can do. See what they can do. They're on the squad list. What? Don't play them? Are you fucking laughing? We can't play players that we're employing. And I think as a result of that was one of the things we was like, okay, Davison Sanchez, you can piss off, mate. You can piss off. And we know what players we want to get rid of as well. And that's what happened. It had to be done. It had to be done. So people can whinge all they like about the fucking Carabao Cup. But shit, you just want one cup, do you? One cup, or do you want 10? If you want one cup, then yeah, you're right. You're right, we threw away a Carabao Cup, but we wouldn't have progressed. That would have been it. Yeah, here's your cup, fuck off, that's all you wanted, isn't it? They said, don't speak Spanish, but understand it from friends. Not just football, Castellon, oh yeah. Oh, it's the same format as the new Champions League. Oh, God, we'll have more bite to the cherry to win then, because that's where it's designed to get the big clubs through. Issue is more complex than just the attack. It's the positioning of players when we lose the ball that exposes defence, plus losing it in the first bloody place. Yeah, definitely losing it, man. Losing it. You can't be doing that. Jose, Paul, the season's been fine margins. It has. It isn't like we've been, embarrassed. We've been embarrassed a couple of times, but it's not been the trend, has it? Fine margins will be in our favour. Sure will, man. They'll close up at least, Some will swing our way. Further improvement would be evident. Better Football TV. All those predictions, they're pending predictions over at LTEL. Okay. I'm going to finish up soon. I'm fading. Daniel Coys, quick way to get out of work. Just make up a story about having the shits. They don't want to know the rest of the story. Yeah. I'm seeping. Okay, all right. Arsenal leaving. Hey, Paul, it seems like I'm really late. Don't matter, man. There's no clock here. Hope the stream's been great. I've had fun, man, because I'm a bit under the weather at the moment, so it's kind of, giving me a bit of energy, which is nice. I see it's been going for 2 hours. Well, there's been a lot of people here. There's been a lot to discuss. We went through Ange's press conference, so, I've had stuff to go. Hey, here we go. Jonas Rubelis, thanks, man. Super chat. Thank you very much for your appreciation, man. Thank you very much. Super chats are always, appreciated, Be nice to earn a quid out of this so I didn't have to drive around in the car for 12 fucking hours a day, but I'm having fun anyway, so, I'm not demanding or anything like that. It's grown quite nice on his own, without me having to bollock people to click like and subscribe, Just happens on its own. And to be quite frank, if you're the sort of person that would only subscribe if I say, fucking subscribe, you bastard, I don't know if you're for me. So... Thanks very much, man. Thanks very much. Maverick Magna. Ange is Greek by birth, yes. So not sure what he has to do with Australia. He sort of grew up here. Oh, I get what you say. Well, okay, I kind of see what you're saying. But he regards himself as both. You don't have to pick one or the other. I've got 3 passports, so, Daniel Coys, no third-place teams in the Champions League drop into the Europa League anymore, mate. Yeah, I know. Yeah. All right, I think I'm almost catching up. Just there's a lot of people talking to each other. Phil Coys, get me through the night. Let me take... What's the song? I can't remember. Well, that's just a little snapshot of the stream. I can subscribe here, you bastard. Yeah, no. I was saying I don't do that. I don't do that. I like to keep this channel like a bonsai tree. I trim it, Don't want too many cocks around. I don't want to wake up one day and think, oh, I got 10,000 subs and they're all wankers. So I like to, you know, keep it a cool place for everyone, you know, so we can all enjoy it. All enjoy a bit of Spursy goodness. That's what I want. Bit of fun. Destiny 5 will Spurs drop to the Conference League if Man United win the FA Cup? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. All right, folks. I'm gonna call it a day there, man. I'm gonna go and have a sleep now. I'm fucked. Oh dear. But it was fun doing it, man. It was fun doing it. Thanks for keeping me company, everyone. It's been wonderful. Real fun stream. It's nice to see, you know, a bit of positivity around the place, you know. That's the way to do it. I find it more motivating to be drawn towards the light than running away from the darkness, you know. You live your life by, you know, by love, not hate. That's what it comes down to. All right, now let me have a look who's given me a few quid. Thank you very much to Dermatron 2000 for being a member for 3 months. And thanks to Ibrahim for the super chat. And thanks to Giannis Rubilis for the super chat. He got squeaked in at the end there. Squeaked in it. And I've got to thank, actually, someone left me, I don't know what it's called, a super comment or something. There's a thing where, you know, you can give money on comments as well. So I'll just give him a shout out as well. How the fuck you do this? Don't know if I'll be able to find it now. But this is the thing. I've had so many comments on the last couple of videos. And this is why, you know, people, I don't know if people thought I was being a bit of a cock at, early days of the channel when I said, look, I don't reply to comments because I'm assuming that someday I'm going to get too many comments to reply to. And then, so if you were with me on the channel at the beginning and I was replying and now I'm not, it's a bit shitty, isn't it? You know, it's like big timing. So that's why, that's the only reason I don't reply to comments, man. But I do read them. Give me a chuckle. Here we go. I'll give a shout out to the only gamers for doing, I don't know what it's called. What's it called? Supers. It's called a super thanks. There we go. So thanks to that guy. God, that was smooth, eh? That was professional. Yeah. Can't beat it. All right. Okie dokie, folks. It's time for me to saddle up and mosey on down the road. Thank you so much for joining me today. I think we're a bit happier than a few days ago, aren't we? We've got a game coming up, so that's the main thing. Until next, and if you're watching afterwards, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, folks, before I transmute my way out of here, peace and love, man. Peace and love, and come on, you Spurs. Whee.